완벽할 수는 없는데
아.
오십 분에 할까요? 네, 잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다.
May I have your attention, please? We will shortly begin the opening ceremony of Korea Cruise Travel Mart 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021 at 2 o'clock. May I ask all distinguished guests to enter the event hall and take your seats. Also, please turn your mobile phones to silent mode for everyone's more pleasant experience. We are providing simultaneous interpretation, so if you need interpretation, please turn your receiver to channel 1 for Korean and channel 2 for English. Also, this event is being broadcast live through YouTube. You can find it at your YouTube live channel. Thank you very much. May I have your attention, please? We will shortly begin the opening ceremony of Korea Cruise Travel Mart 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021 at 2 o'clock. May I ask all distinguished guests to enter the event hall and take your seats. Please turn your mobile phones to silent mode or vibration mode for everyone's more pleasant experience at this forum. We are providing simultaneous interpretation today, so please turn your receiver On your table, if you need interpretation, channel 1 is for Korean, channel 2 is for English. Also, this event is being broadcast live through YouTube. You can find it at our YouTube live channel. So let us begin today's forum. Thank you very much.
네,
Distinguished guests and participants, good afternoon. I want to welcome you all to Korea Cruise Travel Mart 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Lee Soyeon and I will be your MC today. Thank you very much.
gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Korea Cruise Travel Mart and 2021 Gangwon Cruise Forum. My name is Soyeon Lee, and I'm given the honor of being MC for this special event.
Now, as we are facing the post-COVID era and the cruise operations are soon to be resumed, Korea Cruise Travel Mart 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021 is seeking ways to revitalize the cruise industry here in Gangwon Province and providing a forum of exchange among domestic and overseas cruise industries here at Sokcho Lotte Resort Grand Ballroom in this beautiful city for 2 entire days. I truly hope today will be a meaningful day for the cruise industry. Before we officially announce the forum to start, let me first introduce our distinguished guests for the forum today. Please give them a big round of applause. Let me introduce now Governor of Gangwon Province, Choi Moon-soon. Thank you very much. Director of International Tourism Division at Korea Tourism Organization, Park Chung-ha. Welcome, Director. Chairman of the Gangwon Provincial Council, Kwak Do-young. Welcome, Chairman. It's a great honor. Mayor of Sokcho City, Kim Cho-soo. Please give him a big round of applause. Chairman of Sokcho City Council, Shin Sun-ik. President of Lotte Tour Development, Baek Hyun. Please give him a big round of applause. Welcome, President. Now, President of Peace Cruise, Jang Woo-seok. Please give him a big hand. And last but not least, President of Gangwon Tourism Organization, Kang Ok-hee. Welcome, President. We are also joined by many distinguished guests, including representatives from cruise companies, charter companies, related organizations, academia, and current industries. Once again, I would like to invite a big round of applause for all the distinguished guests. Thank you very much. Now, we will begin the opening ceremony of the Korea Cruise Travel Mart 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021. We will now play a video. Please give a big round of applause. So that was truly meaningful to have a look at the meaning of the forum. And we had a glimpse on the 5 major ports of call in Korea. So the Korean cruise is now rising. Sokcho, Yeosu, Incheon, and Busan. So you have seen all the 5 major ports of call in Korea. That truly makes us waiting for the relaunch of the Korean cruise industry. Now we will have an opening ceremony with our distinguished guests. May I invite all our distinguished guests onto the stage. Governor of Gangwon Province Choi Moon-soon, Director Park Chung-ha, Chairman Kwak Do-young, Mayor Kim Chol-soo, Chairman Shin Sun-ik, President Baek Hyun, President Jang Woo-seok, and President Kang Ok-ki. Please give them a big round of applause. Before the celebration, we would like to hear some brief remarks from our distinguished guests. Please use the gloves that you're just handed. Okay, I think we're ready now. So for the brief remarks, Governor Choi Moon-soon, may I ask you to start?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Sokcho. We haven't had the cruise, and we are kind of newcomer to the cruise industry and very happy to have this event. I'd like to thank all of you who have supported us, especially the president of Lotte Tourism Development, Baek Hyun, and other people who have provided all the support for us. So thank you very much. And up to now, I believe that Corona prevented us from launching our cruise, but I believe that we are able to open it sooner or later. It's very meaningful for us to have this event at this time, and then we will go to the north. Go through the North Korea, and we will launch a peace cruise inviting North Korea, which will be more meaningful. And East Sea will be much more like a Mediterranean Sea or Caribbean Sea in America, but with all the natural resources and good human resources, we want to able to develop it. But I believe that we will have the chance to develop it and grow it that into a hub of the cruise industry in the future. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank all of you, and I believe that our cruise industry will bloom in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Governor. Thank you for your kind words. Now, Chairman Park, may I ask you for a brief word? So I am very honored to be here at the Korea Cruise Mart and Gangwon Cruise Forum. I really hope that cruise visitors can come to Korea. And at the Korea Tourism Organization, we will do our best to attract visitors in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you, Director. Now, let me ask Chairman Kwak Do-young for a brief remark.
Good afternoon. Good to see all of you. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate you on the opening of the Korea Cruise Travel Mart and Gangwon Cruise Forum. And I'd like to thank all the speakers and discussants for taking time out of your busy schedule. We are blessed with the beautiful natural resources and Port Sokcho, and we want to develop it further into the future. And till now, the COVID-19 has prevented us from doing so, and we are hit hard by the pandemic, especially those people who are in the tourism industry. I believe that you have gone through a very difficult time, but we are seeing the light and at the end of the tunnel. I believe that the Sokcho will grow into one of the most beautiful ports in the Korean peninsula and in the world. And I believe that we will have a good transportation routes connecting Sokcho to the cities in Korea, so that we will have all the people chances to go to Japan and Russia and other countries through Sokcho. Sokcho will grow into one of the good home ports in Asia. And once again, thank you for coming, taking time out of your busy schedule, and congratulations on the opening of the Korea Cruise of Travel Mart today.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Now may I ask Mayor Kim Chol of Sokcho City? Thank you very much. I'm the mayor of Sokcho. So here at Sokcho, one of the 5 major ports of Korea, I'm very delighted to host this event. So now we're going to the with COVID era. I hope more and more foreign visitors can come to Sokcho, and that's what I hope. Thank you very much. Now may I ask Chairman Shin Sun-ik of Sokcho City Council for your brief remark.
네.
Cruise tour or travel, I believe that Sokcho will be the starting point for the cruise industry for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. This was very brief. Now may I ask President Baekhyun for your short remark. Good afternoon. Lotte Tour has been operating for about 10 years, and we were the #1 in Korea and #1 globally. In Korea, we did a cruise package tourism. So the home port Sokcho, we've been operating here for about 4 years. Since 2016, we attracted about 20,000 people and connected them to Taiwan, to Russia, and other countries last year. And this year, things have been on a halt because of COVID. But this October, next year, October, we are planning for a tour starting from Sokcho. We expect about 6,000 visitors then. I believe Governor has also said that the Sokcho, this East Sea area, means more than even the Mediterranean Sea in Europe. So after the unification, Sokcho will be the home port of this Pan-East Sea era. So we are facing many difficulties, but we have to be prepared for our future. So today, here at the Sokcho Peace Cruise Forum, will be a stepping stone for further development of the Sokcho in the future. So please, I call for your participation. Thank you very much. Thank you, President. Now may I ask President Jang Woo-seok of Peace Cruise for his short remarks.
안녕하십니까. 저는
Good afternoon. I'm with the Cruise Lab. I'm a CEO of a Cruise Lab, to be more specific. And now I am here as a representative of a Peace Cruise. Over the past 20 years, I've been in the cruise industry. And when I look back on the past 10 years, we were hit by SARS and MERS. We kind of crippled, and then we kind of were on our knee because of the SARS. And 2 years ago, we are just kind of knocked out because of the COVID-19. But I believe that we will see the silver lining sooner or later, and I'm very happy to have this chance to get together at this event. And usually we were in Jeju for this kind of event, but very happy to see this event taking place in Sokcho. And Sokcho will grow into the hub of the Pan-East Sea tourism. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Jang. Now, let me ask for a brief remark of President Kang Ho-ki. So cruise is the epitome of tourist business, and I want to nurture that further here in the city of Sokcho. Thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words, distinguished guests. We will now have a photo session. you will be seeing the camera on your front. Now please put your hand on the rudder in front of you. Now please smile. I know you're wearing masks, but your eyes will be smiling on 1, 2, 3. One more photo on 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much. Now please give that fighting pose. Put your right arm up in the air and face your camera in front of you. Please give them a big round of applause.
네, 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much. I believe that was a terrific photo. So that concludes the celebrations. Now we will do the celebration ceremony. So we will do a rudder ceremony that symbolizes the new start of the Korean cruise industry. So put your hands on the rudder. On my count of 3, please turn the rudder to your right hand side. I believe you're all ready. Korea Cruise Travel Mall 2021 and Gangwon Cruise Forum 2021 will start right now on 1, 2, and 3. Please give a big round of applause. So the Korea's cruise industry is taking a big leap forward, and I hope that everything will go well in the future. Please give them, again, a big round of applause.
네, 박수.
Please give them a big hand. And that symbolizes the bright future of the Gangwon cruise industry. Now may I ask our distinguished guests to go back to your seats? That was a special celebration ceremony. Again, please give a big round of applause to our distinguished guests. And that was really meaningful to announce the new start for the Korean cruise industry. We will now have some congratulatory message from our guests. And distinguished guests have sent us a video, so let us play the video.
여러분 반갑습니다. 문화체육관광부 차관 김정배입니다. 2021 코리아 크루즈 트래블 마트와 강원 크루즈 포럼의 영상으로나마 이렇게 여러분을 뵙게 되어 매우 반갑고 기쁩니다. 올해는 한국의 5대 기항지이자 대표 관광지인 강원도 속초를 배경으로 국내외 관계자들이 온라인과 오프라인에서 만나게 되었습니다. 이번 행사를 통해 국내외 판매자와 구매자가 활발히 소통하고 크루즈 관광 재개를 위한 협력의 깃들이 마련되기를 기대합니다. 우리 크루즈 업계는 코로나19로 크루즈선의 입항이 중단되면서 힘든 시간을 보내고 있습니다. 어려운 여건 속에서도 관광객들이 자유로이 오가며 교류하는 그날을 기다리며 자리를 지켜주고 계시는 업계 관계자 여러분께 깊이 감사드립니다. 문화체육관광부는 크루즈 업계와 관광산업이 위기를 극복하고 새로운 도약을 준비할 수 있도록 방한 관광 재개를 위한 기반을 마련해 나가겠습니다. 오늘 행사를 위해 애써주신 모든 관계자 여러분께 감사드립니다. 여러분 모두의 건승과 안녕을 기원합니다. 감사합니다.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stuart Allison, Princess Cruises Senior Vice President for the Asia Pacific region. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to congratulate all of the distinguished guests participating in the 2021 Gangwon Cruise Forum in Sokcho. I'd like to extend my appreciation to Gangwon Tourism Organization and all the other officials for hosting this event to promote and to encourage the development of the cruise industry within the East Sea Rim. From all of us at Princess, we look forward to cruising to Korea once again and to developing a close working relationship with GWTO. Thank you and have a great day.
Dear industry partners, dear, let me say, our warm friends. It's my honor to greet you here on behalf of Vladivostok as the nearest Russian neighbor to Gangwon-do among cruise ports. We more than welcome Gangwon's initiative to bring a lot of main industry players together to discuss prospects of cruise tourism in our region, considering new trends and past experience. I'm sure that for cruise lines, our cooperation with Sokcho port is a firm base for development of different kinds of cruise itineraries here. So thank you once again, dear colleagues, for this opportunity to be together today. Wish all of us a very fruitful and pleasant event.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much. Please give a big round of applause. So, Vice Minister Kim Jong-bae, Vice President Stuart Allison, President Valer Nagoni of Vladivostok, thank you very much for your kind words. Please give them a big round of applause again. Thank you. Now we will go to our keynote speech. The title is Cruise Industry Current Status, Reoperation, and the Costa Experience. The opening keynote speech of this forum will be given by President Mario Zanetti of Costa Cruises, a global class cruise company. Unfortunately, he couldn't come to Sokcho in person, and he is sending a video. If you need interpretation, please use your receiver to channel 1. Korean is channel 1, English is channel 2. So let me invite President Zanetti with our video.
Distinguished authorities, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's sincerely an honor, and I'm really proud for having the opportunity to open this forum this year. And even though I'm a little bit sad that I cannot be there in person, I still have great memories of my last visit in Sokcho. I think it was dated winter 2018, so a long time, but really I had great time and I still have great memories with me. So today it's an opportunity also to talk about the state of the cruise industry, not only in Asia but worldwide. And I think it's fair to start by underlining and highlighting the fact that cruise industry has been the first one to recover the operations within the tourism industry. And since July 2020, over 1 million guests have been sailing from 10 major cruise markets in Europe, part of Asia, UK, North America. And so they have been safely experiencing amazing holidays on board of cruise ships thanks to the industry-leading protocols that the cruise industry have been able to define and implement. As the world continues to face the challenges regarding the pandemic, the top priority for all the cruise experts, for all the cruise players, travel agents, port destinations, have been the health and safety of our guests on board the ships, as well as of our colleagues that work on board the ship in close contact with them. So all the companies have invested in research, have invested in innovations, working together with the global experts, collaborating closely with national and regional authorities to develop world-leading health and safety protocols. And companies, through these efforts, have been able to implement more than 75 specific science-based measures in order to have our guests sailing safely on board of our ships. So the recovery of our industry started over 1 year ago, and we are not out of the pandemic yet, but we can still see opportunities in front of us, and we can forecast a responsible and safe return to cruises in the next month to come, more globally and more spread throughout more countries. When it comes to restart, I can share something about our experience of Costa Crociere experience. And again, since the beginning of the restart operations, we have been working very closely with the authorities to define protocols, to define onboard and shoreside health and safety procedures that would have enabled our guests to embark and enjoy the ship and the shore experience safely. The result of this activity has been what we call Costa Safety Protocol, a set of actions, a set of initiatives that, combined all together, granted our guests safe experience. We talk about testing our passengers when embarking, once during the cruise, reinforced cleaning and sanitization activities on board of our ships, constant measure of the temperature when accessing specific areas, or at least anyway once per day. So the use of face masks on board when they are in closed environments. So a list of actions of the things that we learned out of this pandemic, but that put all together and executed with disciplines, both from the crew members as well as thanks to the cooperation of our guests, enable us to sail safely. And once again, this has been the result of the collaboration with the authorities, similarly to the itineraries that we have been able to identify. We started with proximity itineraries. In the Italian case, in August 2020, we started with cabotage cruises, so only Italian ports. Then to move to the next step with, again, proximity, but involving another country that was Greece at the time. Thanks to this exception that we have been granted, we have been able to resume the operations, meaning that we have been able to reactivate all the environment that works together and in contact with the cruise industry. We are talking about not only the 1,000 employees working on board of the ships, but every time that a ship starts back their operation, there are thousands of people connected shoreside to this world. You think about the shoreside experience providers, vendors for the supply chain, all the workers inside the port. So an incredible amount of employees, an incredible amount of jobs that have been reactivated thanks to the resumption of the operations from the cruise industry. And this is something that contributed and is contributing to the recovery of the GDP of the countries that the cruise industry is touching. And one amazing note is that our guests really appreciated the product, how it has been modified in order to comply with the Costa safety protocols. An example, again, when we talk about the product, we replaced some activities, some group activities with more individual-based type of entertainment. The buffet, as we knew it, has been replaced by a served buffet. So still an appealing concept, but upgraded in the delivery. So also in the way that this has been received by our guests. And you know what? Our NPS, so the scores of our products from our guests, is at the highest ever level. And we are really proud and happy for this. And we believe that some of the changes to the product will remain even after when the pandemic will be over. Now, what are we expecting for the future? This is a big question mark. We cannot look too much forward, otherwise we will need a crystal ball that we don't have. I would like to, but I don't have. But what we can see and what we can expect reasonably in the next month is to keep and actually renew the enthusiasm of the restart, is to maintain and keep focusing on the guest expectations as well as on the health protocols that will remain and that we expect they will be aligned to the evolving of the pandemic. We are not out of the pandemic yet, but clearly we see, thanks to very important vaccination campaign throughout the world, that there are the opportunities for the protocols to evolve and to incorporate the improvements that the sanitary situation of the worldwide basically is bringing and is delivering. We see a larger area of operations now being activated. We are going to have our winter operations starting in a few weeks, and for us this will mean to have ships in South America, ships in the Caribbean, one ship in Dubai, beyond having our foothold in the Mediterranean also during the winter. But when we talk about future, it's not only about programs, it's not only about the way the product will be catered to new needs, is also, and let me say, is especially talking about sustainability, is especially talking about how our industry, how our business is keep walking the road of being more and more sustainable. For us, both as an industry and particularly as Costa, our green transition started many years ago. Just to an example, we thought and we started the project of the first cruise ship with LNG propulsion in 2014. Now, end of 2019, this became a reality for Costa as a brand with Costa Smeralda. Few months before, as Costa Group, thanks to Aida Prima, the first LNG ship in the cruise industry at all. And this is just one of the steps of our green transition. This is part of the innovation, because now what we are seeing happening in the next month is starting in the test of the first, in Europe, the first shore power connection with one of our ships, testing the fuel cells, test the batteries on board of our ships. All this happening in end of 21 and 2022. So keep innovating, and the last milestone we achieved is to have defined the concept of the first neutral emission ship. There is a combination of different techniques, different technologies that will enable this ship to run without emissions. It's a concept. Now we are working on the next phase, that is making this into reality. We are keep working also on our existing fleet. Making it more and more sustainable is one of our priorities. And the cruise industry in general is a step forward compared to many shoreside realities. We think that we have 100% separation of the garbage on board of our fleet, 100% recycling of the aluminium. We have freshwater production on board of the ships and cleaning of the disposable waters before the disposal. So we have a smart city that is becoming reality on board of our ships. And also here we are keep working and progressing. Think about all the work that we are doing and that we still have to do for the elimination of the single-use plastic items. So it's really a lot of activities, efforts and investments that we are keep doing and that we will keep doing as one of the highest priorities for our industry. And then the product is, has been part of this sustainability journey and will be more and more part of the journey itself. The reduction of the food waste has always been a priority, and we are proud to record an over 35% reduction of the food waste. We spoke about all the innovations in the buffet, but also now we have identified new work streams that involve also our connection with the shore side. We rethought our shore excursions in order to make them more sustainable, both in the means of transportation we are using, as well as in the cooperation and in the value generation that we are working with the local authorities and the local stakeholders in order to make the cruise industry more and more successful for all the parties involved. Asia has been and is one of our strongest commitments. We joined the Asia cruise opportunity in 2006, so it's 15 years ago, and China, Korea, Japan are a strong source of our guests, both for the local operations as well as when it comes to the fly and cruise product that we are offering. And you know, for me, it's also, I'm very, very close to my experience in Asia. And so we are looking forward for being able to safely and responsibly return to service of our Asian fleet. We continue to monitor and evaluate the situation, working closely with the local authorities to see when the market is going to be ready for resuming the operations and to understand when we will be able to operate our ships again. And also in Asia, as it happened in Europe, we believe and we expect that most of the ports, if not all, will welcome the ships back. The cruise industry is a great value generator and is an injection of energy into any local economy, not only the port economies, obviously. And consumers, they are looking forward to come back on board of our ships. We receive constant feedback and about the expectations of our guests for being able to sail again with us. And there are some areas, regions that are more ready than others, and the protocols will be a fundamental base for being able to resume operation. So we are welcoming any type of cooperation in defining them, in testing them, and in being able to execute them on operating ships. Before the pandemic, Costa was one of the few companies that was operating in all the major countries in Asia: Japan, China, Korea. We have China playing a bigger role than other countries because China hosted 3 of our ships, but also we had important home port operations both in Korea and in cooperation with several partners, as well as in Japan. So my wish, my hope is that we can have also in Asia a journey similar to the one we had in Europe, maybe starting with proximity itineraries, with cabotage cruise, with the opportunity for shorter, not only as a duration, but also as an itinerary cruises, and then learn and scale the concept up until we can perform the product we all knew. And there is value not only for the cruise companies and for the local and shoreside operators in working also with proximity itineraries, whether they are cabotage or where they are so-called travel bubbles, because anyway, they will have more time to explore and spend time shoreside. They have more time to spend time and enjoy the amazing product we can offer on board. And the discovery part, the experience part is becoming more and more central in our products. It's becoming more central in what we offer when customers are on board, in making them explore the destination even before they disembark, through entertainment, through food, as well as in what we are going to offer when they are shoreside. In Europe, we revised during the first month of resumption our shore excursions portfolio in order to identify and offer more thorough experiences, in order to connect our guests more and more to the local communities, to the communities that we visit. And we are willing and we are expecting of being able to experience a similar approach also for our Asian operations, for our calls in Asia, starting from Korea and starting from Sokcho itself, that I remember that there are some interesting opportunities for having our guests discover the local culture made of history, traditions, diversity, and made of all the elements that define a community, as opposed to just thinking about a touristic destination or a touristic attraction. I would like to close talking once more about Costa and about our journey in evolving the concept of the cruise we offer, as well as our experience and our product. And we tried to summarize these in a new logo, as you can see from the images running while I'm talking. And in the new logo, we try to make the yellow of the land and the blue of the sea closer together, more and more connected. It's an important step for our company. It's something you don't change your logo every other year. Are really historic milestone. We thought that with the new restart, a new approach, this was the right moment, and hopefully this is a sign of hope, not only for us, but for the entire cruise industry. So once again, thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you for your attention, and I'm really looking forward of coming to see you back in person. Thank you very much. Have a great forum. Have a great day. Thank you.
네, 박수 부탁드립니다.
Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you very much. So, cruise industry is a very big page to the local economy, and it has to have new measures to go further. Thank you very much, Mr. Zanetti. Now we will start our first session of the forum, responding to changes in the global cruise industry trends during the post-COVID era. Before we begin, please note that we are using KakaoTalk Open Chat for a real-time Q&A with the presenters. Please read the notes on your table and feel free to ask questions to the presenter in real time whenever you need. Now the first presentation will be given by President Michael Go of Dream Cruises, who is also serving as Head of International Sales at Genting Cruise Lines. He will give his presentation under the title of A New World of Cruises Unfold. Mr. Go will talk about the global cruise industry trend changes and how we can deal with those changes. Please give him a big round of applause.
Hi, good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I think firstly, I'd like to thank Korea Tourism Organization, Gangwon Tourism Organization, and organizing committee for inviting us for the Ghana Cruise Forum. Now, I'd like to share during this pandemic time, how do we actually restart the cruising? How do we actually restart the cruise actually with confidence? Obviously, I think it is the most important is the commitment to safeguard the health and the safety of our guests as well as our crew. We have to rebuild. I think in terms of health and safety standard, rebuild in safe management measure, in external certification, and as well as educating the consumer. Now we have to reaffirm the trust in the cruise lines with the travel agency, and as well as the consumer relationship, and importantly, giving a customer the peace of mind when they come on board the ship. And we have to renew. The renew is that the ship is not just about now the destination. We have to pen up emotion, desire to let the consumer to travel again. We have to understand the customer need and accord them with a peace of mind. And obviously, I think education is the key in this new world of cruising. There are many things that in the new world of cruising that we all have to prepare for it. And one of it, and also the important part of it, is about pre-cruise boarding preventive measure. For our operations in Singapore, where we got the World Dream here, we actually do the same day antigen test. So when the passengers come to the terminal, do the antigen test, and they are negative, they are allowed actually to board the ship. And secondly, followed by contact tracing, which is important. We develop our own apps. We develop a device called the tracing, so we'll be able to trace customer movement if it's necessary. Now we are also talking about passenger management. We talk about using the digital platform, mandatory online check-in, staggered arrival time at the terminal to avoid overcrowded, to develop self-check-in kiosks, and also manage the embarkation and disembarkation flow at the terminal. Cruise ship cannot without the crew to operate. Therefore, I think when it comes to the crew quarantine and management program, it is something that the governments are also managed it very strictly. They have a stringent control about new sign-on crew, where they come from, and how do we then ensure that the crew sign-on into the ships are safe. So therefore, there's many measures in place to make sure that we provide a safe environment to our passenger. The others is about medical facility on board the ship. And we have a very well-equipped medical center. We have 2 doctors, and including an infection control officer. And the ship actually have isolation ward, and also I think some of the cabin can also be converted for quarantine purposes, should they acquire or required actually on that. Additionally, the authority in various countries, when our cruises that resume, we are also only allowed to operate at the reduced capacity. So for Hong Kong and Singapore, we are now actually operates at 50% occupancy. While in the pandemic, while consumers deem cruises as not a safe travel option, in the mid of the pandemic, with actually 2 of our Star Cruises ship has actually extended to support the Singapore government to fight the COVID. So 2 of the ship, and actually in the world is one of its kind, to be used to house a recovered COVID migrants worker. This is in fact a very important milestone, because it's through this milestone that we have demonstrated to the world, demonstrate to the authority, that cruising or cruise ship remain a very safe avenue, and the cruise ship can even use for this support actually to fight the COVID. Now it is with this experience that we have, the first-hand experience that we have, and we have worked with the Ministry of Health, with their support and our own stringent control. We have actually built up a very stringent control, I think, in terms of to fight actually the COVID, and to be let our cruisers actually to be back into the business. And this is really a clear testimonial that how during this difficult time, the small efforts that we have put in to resume the cruise business. So what are the milestones for the last 2 years? As we know that the COVID has actually hit really very hard in the travel tourism industry, and the cruise line are not spared as well. But again, it is important actually for us to demonstrate how then do we restart and our business, and have been working really hard to get all our ships actually back into the operation. So I want to talk a little bit about our milestones the last 2 years. I think first is in year 2020, May, I mentioned earlier 2 of our ships is the first actually cruise line in the world to be chartered actually for the pandemic support. And in July 2020, We are also the first cruise ship to resume our sailing in Taiwan. Now, of course, I think Taiwan have a couple of months ago have a research number, so they request us to temporarily kind of cease the operation. But we are very confident that in the near future we'll be able to restart again in Taiwan. But in the couple of months of the operation, we actually have 91 cruising in Taiwan, and we carry about 94,000 passengers. And Singapore, in November 2020, we were also the first cruise ship to resume our actually sailing in Singapore, and it has been a really very successful deployment. And to date, we have 139 cruises that sail out of Singapore, and we have 176,000 passengers that we carry. Now, of course, I think with the cruise ships that could only cater to the domestic market, and we definitely have to expand the reach of the market. So in December 2020, the World Dream was the first first ships in Asia Pacific to be certified halal friendly and also vegan friendly dual certification. This is important as we need to expand a new segments of the business, and then also to open up more opportunity as well. So in July 2021, Crystal also resumed the sailing in the Bahamas, Bermudas, and Iceland. And we are delighted to say that the response actually has been so overwhelming, right? But last but not least, actually, on my PowerPoint here is we started in July 2021. It's also being the first cruise ship to restart in Hong Kong. Till now, we're into our 29 cruises, and we carry 40,000 passengers. So we can see that during the pandemic period that we have been working hard to get our ship restarted, and the ships in 3 different locations actually carry close to 300,000 passengers. Now I want to talk about customer experience. While the cruise ship is cruising in international water, and we are not calling it a destination, we have to manage customer expectation. So we have to create what we so-called a sophistication. This is a combination of enhanced on-board revenue, on-board activity, entertainment, recreations, and with a shift of different segments of the market, we also have to introduce new programs and so on into enhance all the customer experience and to encourage them to come back actually with more. Now I want to cite an example, the ships that we use in Singapore, the World Dream. It is a 150,000 tonnage ship that's close to 1,700 cabin. With allowed 50% capacity, we could actually cater up to about 1,700 passengers. And obviously the ships have 35 restaurant and bar concept, and we completely using the advantage of the ship actually to cater to the segment of the business. Now, the experience that on board, you can see that the palace is like a ship within a ship concept that we had butler, services, and with private dining space. We add in the laser show, combined with entertainment and the dining experience, and with 6 water slide outdoor activities, and the beach clubs and life spas and so on to really kind of enhance our customer experience. Now, I want to spend a little bit of time to talk about the luxurious cruising at this pandemic time. Now, where we developed the palace, where the ships has 160 suites, and we had the concepts of butler, personal space, private dining. And at this pandemic, the palace are completely full. The palace are completely full because the consumer behavior have changed and they're looking for private space. They want exclusive. So the luxuries is definitely the products that where the consumer has actually changed their behavior, and that remain to be very strong actually in it. Now next I want to talk about halal friend. I think I mentioned about we introduced the halal friendly, but if you look at Southeast Asia, be it whether Malaysia or Indonesia, you will actually see that 60% of their populations are Muslim. So what would that be do in the halal friendly? Not actually for today, but it's also prepared actually for future. So what exactly is about that we talk about Muslim friendly? Now, of course, I think we talk about halal certified cuisine. This is really very important for the Muslim. We are talking about the dining experience during their fasting months. So during the fasting month, there are very specific requirements that they need. We are also talking about the prayer rooms and what are the requirements. And then obviously during the Ramadan period, what are the requirements that our Muslim passenger that required. So we went into a very in-depth study into that, and we introduced a series of the Ramadan programs on board and entice all our Muslim friends to come on board the ship. Because when we talk about halal, it's talking about wellness. So we also have special arrangements for our Crystal Light Spa on board the ship. We even had a swimming costume that designed for this Muslim market as well. Another point I want to share in the new world of cruising that you will also see is that the cruising generation has also become much younger. So before we could be 40 to 70% commands 60% of the market share. But during the COVID, you actually will see that 20 to the 40 have command 60% of the market share. The consumers are much younger, and many of the consumers who do not come onto cruises before, and they actually have start experience cruising. And we had many repeat customers, and many some of them has even cruised with us more than 10 times the last 1 year. So in terms of the onboard programs, we also have to change to tackle in change of the age group actually on board the cruise ship as well. And strategic partnership, it is important. And over here, I showcase our strategic partner with Singapore Airlines. In fact, they have chartered one of our crew that is going to take place in a couple of days' time. And obviously with this chartered agreement, we have also tied up with Singapore Airlines, KrisFlyer in earns and redeem programs. And on board the ship, we have also set up a Kris shop where our consumer could in fact buy the Singapore Airlines actually merchandise on board the ship as well. So this is just one example of how important it is that at this point of time that strategic partnership is an important segment of the task. We also fully understand that during the pandemic, many of the small and medium enterprises in Singapore, they faces many challenges. Many of them have to wind up their business. And we have launched, we called it the Support Local Projects. So we identify a couple of lifestyle company. So where I actually showcase here is a tea company, a local ice cream maker, and also animal projects that they use autistic kid design and make them into a certain merchandise, and also Millennium Star in fashion. Now, what we do this with this company is we had them to come up with special design merchandise, and they use our cruising platform to market the products. Now, in a week, take Singapore for example, we have actually close to 8,000 passengers, and that become a really very valuable a platform for our partner to showcase the product. And obviously, I think for us, it's for us to do something to support the local. Now, Singapore Tourism Board was very happy that we launched these projects, and they find that this is really very relevant, and also shared a common view. So they have also put the World Dream as the only cruise line in the Passion Make Possible projects. And we continue to identify more products and more partners, and make it into permanent featured actually on board the ships operating out from Singapore. Now, obviously, I think for the local company, I think we are now obviously talking about local businesses. But when the border reopen, and we are so confident that the border is going to reopen so soon, that their products will not only be showcased to the local, but will also be showcased to the international passenger. So we are proud to be able to support the local businesses. MICE, obviously, is one of the very important business for the cruise line. Pre-COVID, 40% of our business are MICE. We have to restart and to demonstrate, to showcase that MICE, cruise ship continue to be a safe venue for MICE. And we did this actually in 1st October, and it's our 17th time with Bosses Network in a small medium enterprise learning cruise in Singapore. And we also have our Minister of Trade and Industry come and actually be our guest of honor. And by far, this is the largest MICE event happened then in Singapore, with 250 local businessmen coming on board the ship and cruising and having their business forum on board. Now, this is another way for us to continue to showcase, continue to kind of like to find a new opportunity, and we are happy that the event went on successfully. Yeah. Now, next, I wanted to share about customer experience. We know that be it whether in Korea or Singapore or any part of the world, I think we all travel for holidays. With this COVID, we are not able to travel the last close to 2 years now. And with that, we come up with a series of ideas, and we decided to run team cruises. We called it Around the World on World Dream actually in Singapore. So in the months of February and March, we work with Korea Tourism Board, and then we work with the Korea Embassy here in Singapore, and we bring the rhythm of Korea and showcase the Korea culture, the K-pops and various things on board the cruise ship, and it was really so well received, right? And then we move on in April and May. We bring the amazing Thailand on board the cruise ship, and July, August, we bring the wonders of Japan, and then September, October, and we just ended our night market of the world. And then here come November, December, is Christmas and New Year. So we'll be launching the Nordic Christmas actually on board the cruise ship. Now, what then we actually benefited actually from here, because we give reasons for the cruisers to come up. They can plan ahead. It is not just a one trip. They can actually plan 6 trips a year or 8 trips a year during a different teaming, have a different experience, and spend quality time with family, friends, when they are not able to travel at this point of time. And this has been so popular and so well-liked actually by our cruiser. And with this, we also have enticed and expand the market that many of the consumers that who had never think of cruising before, and it is now love cruising. Right. So with this, I'd like to invite you to watch a video. Thank you.
네,
Thank you very much, Mr. Go. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you for the good presentation. We have some real-time questions, but let me ask you one question. We'd be very grateful to hear the answer. So last year, you started operations in Taiwan for the first time in Asia. So basically, you were a foreign cruise company that did a cabotage cruise in Taiwan. So what was the background, and what were the support from the Taiwanese government? That's the question.
I think obviously, right, that with the border that is remain closed, the cruise ships are not actually able to go to anywhere. So we actually talk to the authority and to do the island hopping. So that actually allowed us, our cruise ships, to go into Hualien, to go into Penghu, and then we solely cater into the domestic market. And the response has been excellent, where the Taiwanese actually get to travel on board the cruise ship and into their own beautiful islands and destinations. And the authority has been very supportive, and that actually opened up another opportunity in future.
네, 질문에 대한 답변이 충분히 되셨기 바라겠습니다.
Thank you very much for the answer. And that was a really good presentation about the global cruise trends. And thank you for the answer as well. Thank you very much. Please give Mr. Go a round of applause.
네, 이어서 주식
Next, let me invite Representative Director Horikawa Satoru of Carnival Japan for the next presentation. Mr. Satoru currently serves as the Representative Director of Carnival Japan and also the Chairman of the Japan International Cruises Committee. So unfortunately, he couldn't join us with live, so let us play his video. And we cannot have a real-time Q&A, so sorry, we feel sorry for that. So let's meet him on the video. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to the Gangwon Cruise Forum. I am Satoru Horikawa of Carnival Japan. It's nice to meet everyone. Today I will first introduce Carnival Group, which I work for, as well as the Japan International Cruise Committee, and then tell you about the cruise business in Japan, Korea's strength as a cruise hub, and the future prospects of the cruise business in Japan. So currently I am Representative Director of Carnival Japan. I started my career at a travel agency and then joined DFS Japan, a duty-free retailer specifically targeting travelers. I contributed to the establishment of DFS Okinawa, which launched Japan's first domestic airport and downtown duty-free stores, and also served as president there. I then worked for a hotel and property asset management fund, which was George Soros' private fund, before joining Carnival Japan as representative director. Now I will tell you about Carnival Corporation. The company has grown through a series of acquisition of cruise lines since it was founded by Ted Arison in 1972. It is a multinational company headquartered in Miami, Florida, in the US, and London in the UK. It is also listed on the New York and London Stock Exchange with a total of approximately 150,000 employees. Carnival Corporation is the world's largest cruise line, which owns 9 cruise brands including Carnival, Princess Cruises, Holland America, Seabourn, Cunard, Ida, Costa, P&O Cruises, and P&O Australia. The number of passengers was 12,900,000 in 2019 before the outbreak of COVID-19. At the moment, it owns a total of 84 cruise vessels group-wide, and the number is scheduled to reach 100 with the addition of 16 new vessels by 2025. Currently, it covers as many as 700 ports of call. Carnival Japan is a Japanese subsidiary of Carnival Group and is the sales representative office for Princess Cruises and Cunard Line's cruises in Japan. Carnival Japan currently has 41 employees and was the first foreign cruise line which embarked on cruise operations, entering and departing Japanese ports in 2013. At the moment, cruise operations are discontinued due to COVID-19. Service is scheduled to resume on April 28, 2022 with the Diamond Princess cruise vessel. Now, let me tell you about the Japan International Cruise Committee. So GICC was officially founded on April the 9th, 2021. Its executives comprise President Horikawa of Carnival Japan and Vice President Itokawa of Silver Sea Cruises. Full cruise line members include 9 cruise lines and 12 brands. There are Costa Cruises, Crystal Cruises, Cunard Line, Dream Cruises, MSC Cruises, Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceania Cruises, Ponant, Princess Cruises, Regent Seven Seas Cruises, Silver Sea, and Star Cruises. Associate members include 29 companies comprising GSAs, travel agencies, ship agencies, and land operators. The goal of JICC is to contribute to the local economy by expanding foreign flag vessels which enter and depart or call on Japanese ports. The objective is to return to the pre-COVID-19 levels of 2019 by 2023. To this end, it plans to first ensure the safety of passengers and the crew, cooperate with the government and port authority to resume cruises as soon as possible, and develop new cruise destinations in Japan and neighboring countries. So the most important task of JICC is to resume cruises as soon as possible. It also plans to cooperate with the Japanese government and port authorities and promote safe and reliable cruises, targeting the government, port, and the general public as well. JICC aims to create attractive cruises through partnerships with ports of call. Next, I'm going to tell you about the cruise business in the Japanese market. The number of cruise passengers steadily grew up until 2019, right before COVID-19, with a record high of 356,000. Also, cruises from Japan to Asian destinations take up 60%, whereby Asian countries are emerging as pivotal destinations in the Japanese cruise market. Cruise operations were discontinued due to COVID-19 in February 2020. However, Japanese vessels resumed operations in November 2020. But operations were suspended again in February 2021, then resumed once more and were discontinued again. At present, Asuka 2 has resumed its operation in October with a strict vaccination and PCR testing policy. Operations of foreign flag cruises were all shut down because of Japan's prevention measures in 2021. With regard to challenges of foreign flag cruises, foreign flag cruise lines are requesting the Ministry of Land Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism to set new guidelines for foreign vessels. Foreign flag vessels, which have to call on foreign ports, cannot operate cruises in Japan due to cabotage laws, since travel advisories for foreign nations have been issued in Japan. Under current quarantine regulations, cruises are impossible because a person who enters the country from abroad is required to be quarantined for 10 days. According to current regulations, even technical calls, for example, no one disembarking, are treated as entry from abroad, so that every passenger needs to be quarantined for 10 days. In addition, the maximum number of days passengers can stay on domestic flag cruises is limited to 5 nights and 6 days, which needs to be extended since it is difficult to create a cruise itinerary that includes calls at foreign ports. Now, I will tell you about Korea's attractiveness, the subject you are most interested in. From the perspective of a cruise hub, Korea is an essential hub where foreign flag vessels providing cruise services entering and departing Japan must call in accordance with Japan's cabotage laws. Demand for cruises will drastically rise in 2022 and 2023, when operations restart given the fact that passengers' expectation is high. So economic benefits are expected since an increase in demand leads to the assignment of larger vessels and surges in crude passengers bound to Korea. So Korean ports are important also from the standpoint of the resumption of cruise operations in Japan and, as ports of call, offer high passenger satisfaction relating to food, sightseeing, and shopping. For example, Sokcho port can accommodate up to 170,000-ton vessels, is within a just 2-hour drive from Seoul, and is close to Soraksan National Park, where passengers can enjoy excursions. Busan and Jeju-do also have very attractive ports endowed with abundant nature and a rich culinary culture. Now let me tell you about what cruise passengers expect from Korean ports. They look for real experiences, not those made for tourists, which are meaningful in that they can learn something, be moved by something, and feel their uniqueness. As the cruise market grows, Korean ports are promising not only as ports of call, but also as ports where cruises start and end in the long term. The safety and security of destinations, passengers, and crew is our top priority. Again, I ask you to allow cruise vessels to enter Korean ports. I'm going to tell you about the future prospects of the cruise business in Japan. North America and Europe, including the UK, have already restarted cruises, and 65 brands and 200 vessels are scheduled to begin operations in October 2021. In Asia, Taiwan, Singapore, and Hong Kong have resumed cruises and reservations made with JICC. Members for 2022 and 2023 are all on the rise. In Japan, with regard to the resumption of cruise operations, domestic travel is expected to expand thanks to vaccine passport and proof of negative PCR test results starting in November. Overseas travel is planned to resume in spring 2022, similarly based on vaccine passports and PCR test results after launching monitor tours in December. In Japan, cruises are scheduled to begin operations in spring 2022. The number of cruise passengers plummeted between 2020 to 2021 due to COVID-19, but looks to slowly recover starting from 2022. The travel industry is unlikely to shrink under the with Corona system. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism also provides assistance and support because the economic benefits from cruises to ports of call are enormous. We will continue to coordinate with the authorities concerned in order to resume cruise operations. Lastly, the security and safety of passengers, crew, and everyone at ports of call are top priorities for all cruise lines. Calls at Korean ports are very important to foreign flag cruise vessels departing and entering Japanese ports. Therefore, we hope to build good relationships in the future. I ask for your continuous cooperation to allow cruise vessels to enter Korean ports. Thank you very much. Please give him a big round of applause. Again, thank you for Mr. Satoru for your presentation on global cruise industry trend changes and countermeasures in the post-COVID-19 era. We will have a 20-minute break from now on, and after the break, today's second session will start on the topic of policy proposal for Gangwon province as a cruise destination at 3:50. We prepared a series of good presentations, so please stay with us today. We have prepared coffee for you at the lobby, so please take that in mind. In the meantime, on our YouTube live channel, you'll be able to go on a virtual tour of Korea's 5 major ports of call, so please stay connected.
live broadcast of the 2021 Gangwon Cruise Forum and continue with the broadcast of the 2021 Korea Cruise Travel Mart online tour related to Korea's 5 cruise port cities. Thank you so much for your interest and participation. Please enjoy. Thank you very much.
We are here in Jeju Island.
Jeju Island is one of the most popular Korean destinations here.
It has lots of beautiful sceneries, delicious food, and of course, plenty of attractions we can enjoy.
Today we're going to enjoy Jeju's nature beauty and do a lot of exciting activities. Shall we?
Yep, let's get started.
It actually feels so refreshing.
I know, right? We are at Hwansung Forest Gochewol Park.
네, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 보이세요? 이게 바로 겨울의 모습이에요. 겨울에도 푸르른 숲이고요. 그렇다고 겨울이라고 해서 눈이 안 내리는 것도 아니에요. 눈이 오는데 숲 안에는 눈이 쌓여도 이파리가 있고 숲 밖에는 잎이 떨어져요. 이 안과 밖의 계절이 조금 달라요. 이상한 계절에 오신 걸 환영하고요. 왜 그런지는 제가 가면서 안내를 해드릴게요. 여기는 바닥에 흙이 전혀 없는 땅이에요. 용암이 덮어버린 땅이라서 돌틈 사이에서 지하 공기가 자꾸 새어나와요. 한 15도 바람 정도가 나오거든요. 되게 시원하죠?
네.
여름에 15도 바람 불면 오 시원하다. 겨울에 15도 바람이면 오히려 따뜻하게 느껴져요. 그래서 추운 데서만 자라는 식물과 더운 데서만 자랄 수 있는 식물이 전 세계에서 여기서는 같이 자라는 지점이에요. 북방한 계산 식물과 남방한 계산 식물이 공존하는 곳이에요. 지금 다 용암 뚫고 자란 나무들이니까 돌 뚫고 자란 나무들의 생명력을 한번 느껴보시면서 둘러보시는 걸 추천해드릴게요.
I can feel the beauty of nature in this forest.
Yeah, actually I feel that both of my body and mind got really relaxed. Here we are at the entrance of Arte Museum. It's one of many other popular spots here in Jeju.
It is also Jeju's largest immersive media art exhibition where we can take lots of good photos. Let's go!
Arte Museum consists of media artwork themes like waterfalls, waves, gardens, jungles, and more.
I like the jungle theme. It's amazing to see my own hand-painted animal in the screen.
I personally think that this museum is actually worth visiting. For anyone coming to Jeju, be prepared like us to take pictures. Let's go! Look at those candles, they look so cute.
Oh, they also have the tart making? Let's do it together.
That sounds great.
지금 타르트 만드실 거잖아요. 맨 처음 하실 일이 크림치즈를 으깨야 되거든요. 그러면은 크림치즈를 볼에다가 부어주세요. 그다음에는 이 재료를 여기다가 집어넣을 거예요.
agricultural cooperative, Hayu Mom helps local community by donating profits or supporting meals and activity programs for neighbors in need.
I found one.
Yeah, mine.
Aside from making tarts, other exciting activities are also available, like making tangerine crackers and halabong tinted candles. Tastes so delicious.
I know, right? The tangerine are so tangy and the tart is soft and nice.
Yeah.
Jeju is famous for its black pig pork.
And tasty seafood. So today we came to this very special restaurant.
It is a place where we can eat tasty black pig pork and seafood. At the same time, enjoy the beautiful scenery.
So let's come with us and enjoy the scenery.
Let's go. It smells so good. You know, I usually like the Korean style pork barbecue, but this Jeju black pig pork tastes so much better.
And the shrimp really tastes so good.
Oh, what does it say?
Oh, it says let's be happy. And as we're here, we're also gonna do some shopping.
You should try them on. Oh my god, they look so good on you. Oh, so cute. Ooh. We're gonna have a bike tour.
That sounds really fun. This is called Geo Trail.
It looks like a paradise.
Looking at the ocean from up here is really breathtaking. I think Jeju is really amazing. How was your trip today?
Everything was perfect. The beautiful nature, the delicious local food, fun activities, and even shopping.
I hope my friends can come and enjoy the beauty of Jeju.
I love Jeju Island.
Alright, we're in Incheon now. Where?
Winton.
Incheon, that's right. Shall we go have some fun? Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! This is Paradise City. It's literally like a city. It's like they have everything. They have a hotel, amusement park, and even swimming pools. So first, We're going to go to Simer, which is a swimming pool. They have swimming pools, sauna, and a spa, so lots of facilities to try. Let's go!
Mom, look at this whale.
Oh, it is a whale! That is so cool! Wow, this place is amazing. It's like a pool in a palace. This is a Korean jjimjilbang. It's a unique Korean-style spa where you can go in to sweat out your stress and all your fatigue. Isn't this gown really cute? Let's go try it. Now we're in the salt room. The salt room is one of the rooms in a jjimjilbang. You can sweat here. I'm sweating too. And after sweating out in the salt room, you can go next to the cold room. This is the ice room. Are you cold?
I am cold.
Oh, okay. This is the Wave Dream room. Being in this place really gives me a lot of peace of mind. Ta-da! It's a golden egg. Ding! Koreans usually like to have hard-boiled eggs at the jjimjilbang. It's really good after you're done sweating. To be honest, I came here for the jjimjilbang, but since I'm here with my daughter, I decided to go to Wonder Box. It looks like a lot of fun. And also, look at this building. Isn't it cool? It looks like someone lifted it up. Anyway, shall we go?
Yes, let's go.
Oh! Okay, shall we go now?
Can I play some more?
Okay, let's play a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's go! We're about to take a guided bicycle tour of the Incheon Open Port. Here you can take a virtual reality tour of the past, or you can try on costumes too. Look at these streets. Aren't they pretty? They've been influenced by foreign cultures in the past in Korea. Aren't the streets pretty?
Yes.
Oh, Incheon Art Platform. I think I've seen this somewhere before in a Korean drama. Anyway, this is a really cool place.
이곳 재물포구락부는 인천에 거주하던 외국인의 사교장으로 현재는 인천광역시 유형문화재입니다.
Oh wow, so all of them must have gathered here. All right, do you want to look into the past?
Yes.
All right, press the button. Wow. And now, move the picture with your finger. Look at all the people. you can see people from the past through the VR movie. Can you see the people dancing? Do you want to try? Yeah? Great.
이곳은 자유공원으로 한국 최초의 서구식 공원이에요. 이제 이쪽에서 인천 앞바다를 볼 수 있고 이곳에서 AR, VR 체험도 하실 수 있으세요.
Look at that. We can see all of the old pictures. Press a button. Cool. It's gonna change.
Yeah.
All right, we are here in Songdo City, which is the future of Incheon. And we are here in Central Park where the water is flowing like this. We are riding on a water taxi. It is so exciting. Songdo is filled of so many high-rise buildings. It's a great future-like city. What do you think? Are the buildings so high?
Hi!
High, so high. I'm hungry from all that walking around. How about you? Are you hungry?
Yes, I am hungry too.
Really? You want to go eat some bulgogi?
Yes!
Let's go! Is it yummy? Yeah. Did you know we're eating inside of a hanok, which is like a Korean traditional house? And we're having Korean traditional food, bulgogi. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of side dishes. Have as much as you want. Eat up. Wow, that's a lot. You're doing great. Songdo is famous for its bright, fantastic night views. It has many bright, colorful buildings, just like Tri-Bowl here. It looks just like a ceramic bowl.
It looks like a bowl.
It does. But I really love to see the sparkling, dazzling night views. I think Incheon has a lot of great features, from the traditional parts to the modern city. Do you like Incheon too?
I like Incheon.
Great! Then come to Incheon and make memories too.
Wow, look at this weather. We're here.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Look at the sea. We're just next to the sea.
So beautiful.
Wow, we're finally in Yeosu.
Yes, you seem very excited.
Well, you know, I've been really looking forward to it.
Yes, then shall we start our trip in the city of romance?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
You can see the Yeosu Expo exhibition strip when you exit the cruise terminal. The Sky Tower Observatory and the exhibition both are located here.
And there's also Aqua Planet, which is the home of a beluga whale. It's a must-see attraction if you're on a family vacation in Yeosu.
I recommend researching about the time and places you want to visit beforehand because there are so much to choose from.
Yes, This is true. There are so many more travel destinations to visit here in Yosu.
Shall we go for some more exciting activities?
Let's go!
This is the U-World Loose theme park. You can see the huge dinosaur and the gorillas over there. Have you ever tried riding the Loose?
No, it's actually my first time.
Well, me too. I want to try it so bad.
Do you want to race to the finish line?
Well, you know you can't win. I'm the best driver out there.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
This is the Loose. It looks like a cute sled.
Yes, we're ready to go. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Wow, this was so fun.
Yes, you have to try it more than once. I'm going again.
Let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Now we came to an even more exciting destination.
It's the zip line. It looks so thrilling.
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Oh no, I'm a bit scared now.
Come on, let's go! Other people are waiting behind. Let's go!
출발!
Wow.
We flew right over the sea.
Yes, it was crazy, guys. You have to try the zip line in Yosu. Highly recommended.
This place is also perfect for us.
And if you use the AR application on your phones, you can see the hidden dolphins behind you. Oh, help me! Help me! Help me, please!
Okay, I'm ready.
Save me! Oh!
This is the huge Midas hands that grants your wishes.
Yes, it's a photo spot that you have to visit in Yosu.
Aren't you hungry now?
I'm actually starving, but there's a place I want to go to in Yosu. Do you want to give it a try?
Wow, yeah, yeah!
Okay.
Wow, this is a crab dish.
Yes, this is actually Korean-style marinated crab, marinated in soy sauce.
Ah,
Yes, so now let's give it a try.
yes. This is so good. Guys, this isn't fishy at all. Soy sauce is very special and it's kind of addictive.
Wow, it's really good.
Wow.
And now I'll show you how to eat this Korean style.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so when you take this part, you take a little bit of rice, then you put it inside here, and then you have to stir it up a little bit. And this is actually really tasty. So then you take this.
Yeah.
This is really tasty. How is it?
It's delicious.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and here you can also get refills. Yosu is surrounded by small and large islands that create a grand spectacle. Odong Island is one of those beautiful islands. It's connected by a bridge and it's very easy to visit. and we're here today now.
Wow.
Odong Island is famous for its camellia flowers. If you come here in early spring, you can see the camellia flowers in full bloom.
Well, I don't mind it now either.
Yeah, actually walking like this through nature and just relaxing feels really nice, right?
Yeah. We're now in Suncheon City, which is right next to Yeosu, and we are here to visit Suncheon Bay National Garden.
You can see gardens from various countries at the Suncheon Bay National Garden, and it's especially beautiful in autumn.
There is also the Suncheon Bay Wetland Reserve. It's one of the popular destinations because of its huge size and well-preserved ecosystem. We are here because we are interested in herbal medicine in Korea. You can already feel the traditional Korean mood. Isn't it nice?
Yes, it's very nice, and we're gonna go right over there. Shall we?
Yeah.
한약으로 만든 상남 주문이라는 만들어 보세요. 그리고 이제 속기라고 해서 이따가 상남 주문이거든요. 그 안에 이제 여실 거예요. 한번 냄새 맡아보시면 많이 맡아보면 거예요. 맡아보시고 그것을 조금씩 집어 여시면 되세요. 청궁이라는 약입니다. 그것은 이제 기를 구하는 약이라고 그래가지고 한국 한약에서 감기와 같이 많이 쓰는 보약 중에 하나입니다.
I love the subtle earthly scent.
Yes, it's very good, but I really like this herbal food bath too. It's a great way to detox and relax from the trip. I highly recommend it. We are back in Yeosu and we're going to ride the Yeosu cable car.
We can't miss on a cable car once we are in Yeosu. Shall we?
Let's go!
Hey, look!
Oh, these are the Nangman card bars.
Yeah, you wanna go check it out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go.
These are the Nangman card bars. These bars are always full of people trying various seafood dishes and having a drink. So I think we should go and try it out.
Yeah, let's go. Wow, it's so nice here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There are so many people around us. We have so much food, we have the side dishes, and we also have this. This is the Yeosu Night Sea Soju.
Ah.
Do you want to give it a try?
Of course.
Okay. Cheers.
This Yeosu Night Sea feels really different from the day. All those lights from the cable car and the quiet ocean. It really feels different from the sundown as well.
Yes, you just simply have to visit this romantic city, the city where you can create unforgettable memories.
Have a romantic trip. Bye-bye.
So, we're finally here!
this beautiful city. Alright, let's go! So what we're gonna be wearing today is the traditional hanbok. It's called hanbok. It's traditional in Korea. So for example, if the French have the 4-point and the Romans have the toga, then the Korean have the hanbok. So that's the traditional clothes for Korean.
Oh, it's very pretty. But isn't it a little bit too fancy for daily wear though?
Yeah, these ones are they're more embroidered, but you have like more simple ones. Normally you would have simple ones, but these ones are like, you know, to be fancy.
They are so pretty. Like look at the colors.
Yes,
like,
these
so
colors are the royal colors, so it's more for like princesses. This one is the very special one. That's for the king. The king is the only one who can wear a dragon on him, so that's why you have the dragon over here.
Oh, so this is the king. What does the king wear?
So that's for the king.
Okay.
And the colors, the blue and the red is also like the royal colors. And then I guess this one's for
저승사자.
저승사자.
We should wear one of these, then we will be queen today.
Yes, let's be queens today. It wasn't actually like that before the Korean War. A lot of refugees came here to live. The government decided to give a fund to artists to make this place prettier. So as you can see, there's a lot of colors everywhere, right? And there's a lot of drawings and art here. But so that's all the artists who made this art.
Rich history.
Yes, true. So in each one of these houses, there's still people living in these houses. So they're real houses. So this is the traditional Korean market.
It's really big. It looks a little bit like a farmer's market.
Right, but it's kind of different from the farmer's market because you can get more region-specific like items here. Do you want to try some?
Yeah, I would love to try.
Oh, so these ones are
spicy.
Spicy?
Not spicy.
These ones are not spicy. Oh, this looks like cheese. Alright. That's okay.
See it hot dog?
It's sweet and I like the texture. So, what's the syrup inside?
It's with pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Very sweet, right?
It's kind of salty too at the same time. Look! Is it the squid? Oh, see, it's still alive!
It's so fresh!
Basically, what we do is we cook Busan local food using local specialties, delicacies such as like dry seafood or fresh seafood from Jagalchi market. So we are going to cook two different dishes, and one is 동네 파자, 조방 낙지볶음. 낙지볶음 is small octopus stew or stir-fried dish.
Rock, paper, scissors.
So I'm going to give you a tip. The green onion is like this. So if you put the spatula in this side, you kind of like hold this. Yay!
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the other.
I'm really sorry.
Is it omelette?
food.
That's very nice.
Tastes different from like normal Korean pancakes, right?
Yeah, so that's chewy. And the egg is also interesting.
Right, that's true. So I actually think there's a drink that goes very well with this. We're gonna see what kind of drink goes well. Every Korean knows the combination.
Oh, really?
Yes.
부산에는 동동주가 되게 유명해요. 동동주가 뭐냐면 쌀로 만든 막걸리인데 쌀이 동동동 위에 떠요. 네, 그래서 쌀로 만든 막걸리를 만들 텐데 막걸리는 쌀로 만든 우리나라의 맥주 같은 술이에요. 이 밥은 빨리 식혀야 돼요. 네. 언제까지 해야 되냐면 여기 손을 대서 차가우면 그때 멈추는 거예요. 네, 거의 차갑죠. 막걸리는 쌀이 밥이 돼가지고 저희가 고두밥이라고 하는데 고두밥하고 물하고 누룩이라는 게 있어요. 네, 누룩이 이스트. 여기 보이세요? 그죠? 이스트가 깨어나는 거예요. 네, 신기하죠? 얼마나 기다려요? 일주일 정도 기다려야 돼요. 5일에서 7일 되면 맛있는 막걸리가 돼요. 네.
손으로 다 따시는 게 아니고 한 개씩 한 개씩 따셔야 다른 분들도 나중에 상처 없는 블루베리 딸 수가 있습니다. 블루베리가 하얀 색깔 분진 가루가 묻어 있어요. 블루베리에 들어있는 황산화 작용을 하는 안토시아닌이라는 물질입니다. 그래서 실제로 하얀 색깔 가루가 많이 묻어 있는 블루베리가 건강에도 좋고 맛도 굉장히 좋습니다.
Feels very fresh.
So it's very delicious.
I know. It's really good. It somehow tastes better because I know that I picked the berries.
태권도는 우리나라 전통 무예입니다. 손과 발 또는 몸의 각 부분을 사용하여 기술을 구사하면서 자기 경험이 심신수련에 의의를 두고 있습니다. 하나, 둘,
You think you can beat me at this? Watch me. I'm going for 2.
Dale, you're doing it wrong. Let me teach you how to do it. See? Look. Like that. How is it?
You feel.
Nothing can ever change the way I feel about you. I promise I will stay forever close to you. We go together, it's all I know. Side by side is how we grow, hand in hand through these times.
so much in one day.
I know, right? It was like packed. We had so much to do, we had so much to eat. I can't believe it's already over.
Oh, and Busan was such a wonderful city. I really liked Busan.
Really want to stay here longer.
That's true. All right, let's go. Bye, Busan. I'm gonna miss you.
I'm here at Sokcho on the eastern coast of Korea, where there is so much to see. I noticed the beautiful color of the sea, and I'm so excited about my trip here in Sokcho. You can get to know various beaches in Korea since all three sides are surrounded by the ocean. I'm standing on Sokcho Beach on the east coast. A lot of people visit during summer to sunbath and swim. I'm here actually to gain some inspiration. Culture, nature and art, it's hard to find a travel location with all three. We are at the Sokbong Ceramic Museum. Korean ceramics are famous worldwide. Should we look around? Wow, this is a painting done on pottery. I can feel the sense of Baekdu mountain lake when I look at this painting. Let me give you a travel tip. Always visit museum and art galleries first when traveling abroad. Now I can finally make some pottery.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
네, 오늘 하실 이 체험은요, 물레 작업인데요. 사실 도자기는 구워질 때 균형이 굉장히 중요해요. 그래서 균형을 맞추기 위해서 이런 물레라는 기계를 사용을 합니다.
Wow, the clay feels really nice.
자, 근데 지금 이렇게 보니까 그냥 그릇 같잖아요. 그래서 얘를 조금 더 항아리처럼 모양을 만들어 줄 거예요. 근데 항아리처럼 하려면 여기 위에 부분을 더 동그랗게 만들어 줘야 되거든요. 손을 이렇게 대시고. Okay.
Wow, I can't believe I made a pot. I'm so proud. Thank you. This is Yongyang Lake. Yongyang Lake is a treasure of the East Coast. Isn't it beautiful? You can take a bicycle tour called Story Bike, and you can listen stories of Sokcho nature and history. Hello.
네.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
네, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 네, 이거 가실까요? 자, 저기 보이시죠? 이게 범바이고요. 호랑이를 닮았다 그래서 범바이입니다.
Wow, Bone Rock is truly awesome.
저기 울산바위, 달마를 닮았다 그래서 달마봉. 저기가 넓게 다 설악산이에요.
Story Bike is a travel course where you take a trip with a narrator on an electric bike and look around Yongyang Lake. This is Sokcho Tourist and Fishery Market, and there is so much delicious food. The sweet and sour chicken is famous here, and the fried seafood looks delicious as well. There is so many seafood dishes here since we are close to the ocean. Squid sundae. Tastes delicious. Sokcho is famous for sundae, which is a Korean sausage. There is sundae made of squid, but the most famous is abai sundae. It smells good and tastes delicious. The sticky rice make it really chewy. Abai is a dialect meaning middle-aged man or uncle. It's a funny name. Now we are heading to a special place, the DMC, and I can see the doors to unification. I'm a little bit nervous. An entry permit is required to enter the DMC, and a proof of identity is also required, so you should bring always your passport. Okay, I complete the entry permit. Should we go? Look at this next to the toilet. It's a Korean shaped stamp. Wow, I can see North Korea from the Unification Observatory Tower. It's so close I can even see Gangwon Mountain far away. Korean's division hits close to home now that I'm here. There are various exhibitions about the Korean War and the DMC's own ecosystem at the museum. Nobody set foot in the DMC after the war, so it gained the titles Repository of Biodiversity and a Gift of Nature. Apparently, a lot of endangered species live here. I'm here at the wireframe display at the DMC Museum. I came here out of curiosity, but I'm now having mixed feelings. It's like if I have faced Korean tragic history. I feel quite strange. Sokcho looks more beautiful at night. Beautiful lights around the lake, and it looks like a piece of art. Sokcho is definitely a city filled with many attractions. It's a city where you can experience the Korean culture and history. I'm living here feeling quite inspired. I remember my trip to Sokcho for a long time.
네, 유튜브를 통해 2021 코리아 크루즈 트래블 마트의 국내 5대 기항지 랜선 투어 영상을 함께 해주신 여러분 시청해 주셔서 고맙습니다. 이로써 오늘 준비된 2021 코리아 크루즈 트래블 마트와 2021 강원 크루즈 포럼의 유튜브 라이브 중계가 모두 마무리가 되겠습니다. 내년에도 더욱더 좋은 컨텐츠로 만나 뵐 수 있길 바라겠습니다. 고맙습니다. Dear online participants, thank you very much for watching 2021 Korea Cruise Travel Mart online tour related to Korea's 5 cruise port cities. With this, I would like to announce that the live broadcast of the 2021 Korea Cruise Travel Mart and 2021 Gangwon Cruise Forum is over. Thank you so much for being with us today. I will look forward to meeting you all again in next year. Thank you very much.